These babies look so much like famous people that their parents should consider calling an agent. You never forget when a person stops to tell you, "Hey, you look like so-and-so, you know, that actor from that thing." The weird surge of pride and flattery that rushes over you makes you feel just as powerful as the rich and famous. Well, sorta. You carry that resemblance like a badge of honor in the back of your mind, waiting for people to notice that you too are special. These babies are the few, the chosen, the ones that look like celebrities. Before they're old enough to hold a spoon by themselves, these young people have been touched by opportunity. Someone in their lives marked them as a famous person doppelganger, and from here on out, their parents can see nothing but dollar signs and potential.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Eric Stonestreet. Meet baby Eric Stonestreet. When your little one resembles Cameron Tucker from Modern Family this much, then it's a smart move to lean right into it. We bet on the fact that this little guy's wardrobe is filled with wall-to-wall paisley button-downs and plaid patterns. Let's just hope he doesn't grow up to resemble Stonestreet's cartoon character in The Secret Life of Pets. For those not familiar with the movie, his animated role is one of the hairiest dogs around. We'll let the music icon's wife, Chrissy Teigen, have the final comment on this matter. As she tweeted, "For the last time, John looks like a baby, so a lot of babies look like him. Stop sending me John babies." Although this little legend surely has to win some kind of medal for being the cutest look-alike the Teigen legend family has ever been sent. Prince George, is that you? Someone give Queen Liz a ring. We've found the perfect body double for her grandson. Based on this young man's enthusiasm, he'd love nothing more than a few moments in the spotlight posing as Prince George. Someone better tell him that it's not all corgis and cream teas. There are a lot of rules a royal kid has to follow. So you've got the eyebrow arches and the ruddy contented face down. But how are the song and dance numbers coming along, kiddo? Judging by the drool and missing front teeth, we're going to guess the voice of the Lion King's Timon isn't going to be too nervous about someone stealing his place. In fact, Nathan Lane would probably let out his musical honking laugh in the face of this baby trying to snatch his Broadway crown. One day this chubby-cheeked drooler will find his carrot-topped pale partner in crime. On that day, Andy Richter and Conan O'Brien will wake up in a cold sweat with the knowledge that younger, cuter versions are on the way to replace them. Only time will tell as to whether the replacements will be able to match O'Brien and Richter's ultimate bromance. How are you supposed to feel as a parent when you look down at your bundle of joy and realize that your darling baby looks just like a wise old wizard? Mom and Dad picked the name Kyle, though now they're leaning towards something more like Gandalf. You can't deny it. This child is the spitting image of British actor Sir Ian McKellen. Before you say his parents are forcing him into it, apparently this tot picked out these rockin' sunglasses all on his own. After watching one episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, he spiked his hair and flipped his shades to the back of his head, taking one step closer to becoming Guy Fieri. Now for the ultimate question. Who wore it best? At a glance, Van Diesel and his itty-bitty double could be the same person. The only way to tell these tough guys apart is to put them both behind the wheel of a car. Whichever one drives like a wild animal with a Mountain Dew for drip is the real deal. The other is one bad baby. Who cloned Corey Feldman? This smoldering child could refilm all of Corey's classic movies, like The Goonies and The Lost Boys, for a fraction of the price. We'd probably advise giving Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, a miss to avoid scarring mini Corey for life. On second thought, judging by the pose, he might be an even bigger diva than the man himself. She might be in her 40s, but Amy Schumer is just one of those people who's been blessed with a naturally cherubic face. According to science, in a lineup of blonde baby girls, statistically, 80% would bear a similarity to her rascally cheeky grin. Still, none of them would be as identical to the comedian as this little cutie. Danny DeVito's doppelganger gives even the real deal a run for his money. If you've ever wondered what DeVito would have looked like as a tiny little babe, then wonder no more. This pint-sized cutie with a super-sized grin strikes a seriously strong resemblance to America's favorite actor under 2 meters. We'd actually bet that the adult version of Danny is only a touch bigger. If this little girl ends up living in a van down by the river, she'll never hear the end of it. This picture of the child that looks like the reincarnation of comic powerhouse Chris Farley has surfaced online several times. And yet, the longer you look, the better it gets. Farley, you've got competition. Not every little one on this list is an identical match for their celebrity counterpart. For this Simon Pegg-looking babe, it comes down to the details, though. And more specifically, the distinctive head shape and signature grin. Pencil in a strawberry blonde mustache, and you'll be looking at the fresh face of the Cornetto trilogy reboot. As the shared classic goes, if I could turn back time, we'd run straight to the Oswald house in 1969 with this little baby in hand to do a side-by-side comparison with the infant version of Patton. We're telling you, it's just like a mirror image. Keen, you can't argue when the pair look this similar, even with Oswald in his 50s. The fact that the baby on the left isn't Wallace Shawn is completely inconceivable. Either that, or witchcraft. You might remember his classic character Vizzini in The Princess Bride, or perhaps you can pick out that distinctive whine of Rex from Toy Story. No. Well, now you can remember him from his convincing role-playing as this infant. The eyes, the closely trimmed locks, that lovable grin. This kid is the spitting image of a Rod. As soon as the child is strong enough, put a bat in his hand and toss a ball in his general direction. Then you'll know for certain if his likeness to baseball king Alex Rodriguez is more than just skin deep. Don't get confused. This is not a before and after shot. If you came across this photo in any other context, you'd bet your bottom dollar this was a school portrait of the young funny man Adam Devine. No one rated the Devine family's photo album, though. This little boy is just a dead ringer for the pitch-perfect star. Imagine waiting for the doctor to hand you your newborn baby for the first time. There's anticipation in the air, and you can barely contain yourself as you wait to finally set eyes on their tiny face. But then, the doctor delivers grave news. Your child is Ted Cruz. A staggering blow, though these parents handled it like champs.